This is a Bastrop County Court at Law, March 9th, 2021. The court calls cause number 2020437, Family Crisis Center versus Salazar. This is an appeal of an eviction case, and this hearing is being conducted by Zoom during the COVID-19 pandemic. Ms. Eichhorst, you are going to, you're the property manager, going to speak on behalf of the Family Crisis Center?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we have Ms. Salazar, who is incarcerated, but appearing by Zoom as well. It's under the icon of Bastrop County. Is that correct, Ms. Salazar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Eichhorst and Ms. Salazar, would you both raise your right hands? Do you swear the testimony you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I have been presented a copy of the lease, and that appears to be Exhibit A. Does everyone agree that that's the lease under which Ms. Salazar was a tenant with the Family Crisis Center, the Bastrop County Women's Shelter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Salazar, you had a lease with them, and that's the lease?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so that's Exhibit A, and it is admitted into evidence. Ms. Eichhorst, you may proceed.
Okay, so we went to court for an eviction on October 6th under JP1, and Judge Allen found in our favor.
Okay, so let me leave out, I want to intentionally exclude anything about that hearing. And it's true that this is an appeal from there, but let me state on the record, this is what's called a de novo appeal. And that means you start all over from scratch. And just because something may have been introduced there or a particular ruling there has absolutely no impact on this hearing. And I can't really consider that. I do know you've been there because you couldn't have gotten up to this court without having gone there. So, but I do want to say that that can't be admitted here.
Okay, thank you. Ashley signed the lease with us on July 16th, 2020. Beginning that evening, she has violated several portions of our lease. On Exhibit A, which is our lease, I've highlighted in yellow areas in which that she did violate portions of. And on page 5, multiple times she has had overnight visitors. She has had her offender on the property several times.
And what do you mean by her offender?
Cedric Tarvar is considered her offender. There's been multiple times that he has physically abused her.
So what you mean is her offender is that the reason why she was able to come and be a tenant was because she was a victim of family violence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
But not with him. It was not with him until the very end.
When she went into our shelter, Cedric was not her offender.
Right.
While she was living here at the apartments, he became her offender. And she was notified that he was now considered her offender and he was no longer allowed to be on our property. And we did have him criminally trespassed.
Okay. And is Mr. Tarver currently incarcerated?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My knowledge.
Okay. Okay, Miss, and then you gave the notice. There's a daily activity report that's Exhibit C that is admitted into evidence. The notice of termination you gave is Exhibit B. Oh, notice of termination, releasing demand to vacate within 3 days. Okay, that was given in September. What happened after that?
She has continued violating our lease on Exhibit D. There are multiple lease violations that she had continued receiving. On September 20th, for example, she had a male carrying a shotgun around our property. He had within her apartment, and he came out of her apartment carrying a shotgun.
I called the police.
Okay,
I didn't know who that was, so that's a lie.
Hold on, Miss Salazar. I'm going to give you a full opportunity to speak. This is her term right now, and I will promise you I will let you speak.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
With this, with this incident, she had gone outside her apartment about 10 p.m., unscrewed the light bulb from her porch so that security would not be able to see her apartment door. A few seconds later, the male left her apartment carrying a shotgun. This particular male we had seen him before on the property and enter her apartment. She claimed that she did not know him, but he had been there a few times before. So that happened on September 20th. So we had multiple incidences with her unscrewing the light bulb in the evening. And that was just so it would be hard to pick up on camera, seeing people come in and out. But we've had, I think there were 2 incidences with a shotgun from one of her guests coming in to her apartment.
Okay. Anything further?
Yes, Your Honor. In October, we had a tenant come in through our gate, and Miss Salazar, along with Cedric and one other male, had went up to the tenant's vehicle and tried to start a fight with them, threatened them with a gun, yelling and cussing at them. So there's been multiple incidences throughout. And again, I've got the notice of lease violation as Exhibit D with multiple incidences. I don't know if I need to go through each one.
Miss Salazar, what would you like to say?
Okay, so part of that is correct. As far as the gentleman with the shotgun, I had no idea who that was. And as far as unscrewing the light bulb, you're correct. I did unscrew the light bulb after that gentleman left my house because I went downstairs to go call the police because I was scared. Okay, that was somebody that Cedric and them knew. I did not know. Okay, as far as seeing him on the property, I had never seen him on the property before. Okay, granted, what day, can you ask what day Cedric was criminal trespass from the property? Because she's saying all of these incidents with the guns and the fight and all of this. And, there was an altercation that took place, but Cedric was arrested that night as well with the altercation. So all of these events are streaming around Cedric, which I understand. I'm not trying to make any justification because my actions were wrong for allowing him on the property. Okay. But I mean, just even the first day that I moved in, they were giving me lease violations. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels like it's one thing after another. I mean, I asked for an attorney in this case. I didn't get an attorney. I mean, I was not even notified of this hearing until just today. I received the paper in jail this morning. My mom is the one that had to tell me that I had court. I mean, I understand I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm not justifying that. But, I mean, I'm trying. I mean, I got a charge that's not going to stick, but I mean, it seems like it's one thing after another. And now I'm being in jail. I have to come to eviction court that I didn't even know nothing about. So who's to say that if I wouldn't have even known about it, I mean, it would have been just like this last time. I mean, I didn't know about eviction court until this morning. I didn't get all her exhibits until now. And I haven't had a lease violation since the end of October. We're in February, we're in March now, and I haven't had any violations.
Okay, Miss Salazar, let me stop you for just a moment. Let me address the issue of the attorney. this is a civil eviction case, and you're not entitled for the county to retain an attorney for you. You certainly may be represented by counsel if you can obtain counsel yourself. Otherwise, the county itself doesn't go provide you a free attorney to represent you in this case. As to notice, you are not in possession of the premises at this time. And so therefore, there would be no reason why the court couldn't give you extra time if you need extra time. We've taken the Family Crisis Center's testimony about this. If you need additional time to prepare, we can reschedule this hearing since it is at your request. Pardon me?
I would like that, sir, because I mean, I'm supposed to be getting out of jail either today or tomorrow. My attorney is already working on a bond. I mean, I would like some time.
Okay, well, here's the thing. As part of this, there would be an order that you not return to that property until the hearing is had. Do you understand that?
Okay, can I have somebody go and get my clothes and stuff though? I went to my mom.
Okay, so Ms. Eichhorst, is there a way for her to get her clothing and anything? But I see on the lease that she has 2 children who were on the premises with her. Is their property owned by any of them?
They have all of their stuff.
Okay, so how can we get that to them immediately? Or as soon as she gets out, she can call you and you can make it available to her?
CPS removed both of her children. The attorney for her children has requested that she is allowed to come onto the property to get the kids' stuff out of the apartment. So we wanted to ask Ashley about that. And yes, if she can call me, we can definitely make arrangements, or her mother can come and take the stuff out.
Okay, so let me, Ms. Salazar.
Yes, sir.
This is not part of the law case. This is part of just our talking, okay? I am familiar with the other CPS case, and that's an ongoing thing. Let me ask you, if this, and if you'd say, I'd rather consult with my attorney, we'll certainly let you do that. I'm just kind of trying to figure out where we're going from here. If you are not successful and you do not get to stay on this property, where will you be going?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I don't have anywhere to go.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, you know, in a case like this, there's the strict part of the law, but there's also that this is a different kind of housing. This is not the same kind of housing as though you had gone to a local homeowner who has properties to rent and you go and you lease a home from them. There are at-risk people in these properties. And so there's also extra consideration, which the lease, the theme of this lease will addresses that kind of security. So we can reschedule this, but we will also issue an order that says that you cannot go onto the property without the Family Crisis Center's permission, which means if they invite you to come over and get your stuff, you could go over there and get their stuff, but otherwise you would not be able to go on the premises. And
But as far as checking my mail, do I just go ahead and just do a change of address for right now to my mom's house?
sure.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll issue a short order saying that we've heard part of the testimony. There was a request for additional time. We granted that you're precluded from going on the property in the meantime. We're probably going to schedule this for about 2 weeks from now to complete this up. We have heard the testimony from the Family Crisis Center, and then you would have an opportunity to present any testimony.
Okay.
Ms. Salazar, if you do make an agreement not to return and you go somewhere else, if you say, I don't want to be on there anymore, I understand that, or if you think I'm not, or just make a decision to go somewhere else, would you make sure you let the court know so that we don't schedule a hearing that you don't need?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so I will note that and we will, well, Jennifer, do you want to go ahead and give them the date?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'm going to get off the hearing and we will, and I do want to say on the record before I get off that I thought that you had plenty of notice because we set this up well in advance and I was, so I believed you knew, but there's no harm done to give you additional time based on the fact that you are incarcerated and you're not on the premises at this time. So I will, Jennifer will stay on and she'll give you that date.
Thanks, Judge.
You guys give me just a couple of minutes. Just give me a couple of minutes and I'll get a date and a time, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have a couple of different dates. If you guys, I've got March 22nd. We could do March 22nd at 9 a.m. Or we could do March 24th at 11:30.
I'm good with either.
Either one is fine with me.
Okay, well, let's do March 22nd at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And I'm going to put that in the order that that we draft up, that Judge was talking about just a minute ago. Okay, so Ashley, this is going to be your only notice of that hearing. So it's going to be March 22nd at 9 a.m. Okay.
Okay.
If there's someone there that I can email a copy of this order to, we can do that.
Yes, ma'am. Jennifer, if you want to email it to Sergeant Horsley.
Oh, I sure will. I'll send it to Sergeant Horsley.
Yeah, I'll get him to print it out.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all.